We're gonna start this video with a nice little oil change on the 2020 Duramax with Hot Shot Secrets full synthetic diamond fleet oil. And I love Hot Shot's oil because, well, it's got the FR3 technology blended into the oil already, so you don't have to go out and buy the FR3 bottle. This already comes with it, and there's plenty of other minerals and additives in the oil that's good for your truck. And as always, oil filters, I always use the factory recommended, which is AC Delco. I've always used AC Delco products on oil filters. Wow, thank you dealership for trying to make it impossible to undo this. Did they put a Loctite on this? Alright, so in case this is your first time changing an oil on your diesel, it is normal for your diesel oil to be pretty black. And the reason why I bring that up is because I've had friends with gas vehicles freak out because they saw my oil and saw how dark it was. And they're like, dude, your oil is so black. And I told them, yeah, it's pretty normal for diesel oils to get dark. That's because of soot and everything. Diesel oil will turn black within, I don't know, like a couple hundred miles of you driving. I want to give a huge shout out to every single one of you guys that order one of these hats from jwmotorsportsco.com. This is probably the most amount of hats I've ever sold in one single day. I know that's not much, but to me, that means the world. So thank you guys so much. That's a lot of hats, I think, in my opinion, to sell in one day. So thank you so much for all your support. And also, every single one of those hats have some sort of discount code for rock lights. It can be anywhere from 5% to 50%. So I think it's about time we finally get the LLY back up and running. Well, especially because my Denali, or not Denali anymore, my AT4 is going to be going under construction for Daytona. I really do need like a reliable daily driver. So I gotta get that running. Huge shout out to Philip, who also happens to own an LLY, and he had an extra engine harness laying around at his house, and he sent it over to me, and I used a little tester tape, and I just re-taped everything and went over the whole harness, made sure nothing was torn up. Only thing I did notice was, let's see, this right here is a little torn up, and the ground actually came apart from the plug. So what I'm gonna do is, whenever I remove the harness from mine, I'm just gonna solder the connections back together, and this harness should be in better condition than mine. He said there was nothing wrong with his harness. Only thing was, he went ahead and ordered a new one just because of how crusty everything looks, because he's doing a whole engine build. Everything under his hood is gonna get repowder coated. It looks freaking good. And he said, having all that kind of work done to the engine bay, he did not want to have crusty looking engine harness, so he went ahead and bought a brand new one. I think he might be like rewrapping everything too. One thing that scares me is if this doesn't fix it, it'll be the actual module itself, like the fuel injection module. The LLY build is somewhat done, but we are going to revisit the build after Daytona, and we'll do more stuff to the LLY. But right now the focus is the L5P and taking that to Daytona and completely redoing it. Let's come here and revisit the LLY. It's supposed to rain in about 30 minutes, but before it starts raining, I do want to get a couple things taken care of. One thing I do want to do is I've actually never removed the wiring harness, the engine wiring harness, so I'm not even really sure what to expect. But one of my biggest concerns is the plugs for the injectors. I don't want to get them mixed up, so I got this piece of tape and I'm going to go ahead and label every single plug so that way I can line it up with the one in there, and it should be fairly simple, but we'll see how it goes.
You said, and now you say, okay, have the ability to vote, but you now have millions upon millions of undocumented. If you even mention
As you guys saw earlier, I was removing the fuel filter, and actually what I ended up doing is I tossed the fuel filter and the housing itself in the trash because, well, we're gonna delete it today. I've noticed that the old fuel filter, it's been leaking, and I guess obviously because it was leaking, it was losing prime and it was losing pressure. So I do have air dog lift pump. So just like that, you are gonna pretty much connect this hose with that one. I may get a shorter 3/8 hose and make it a little bit neater down the road, but for now, just to see if the truck will run, this will work.
6.5 hours later.
There's Alex, the Southern Showstopper. We finally got the factory harness removed from the truck. It took, I want to say, about 6 hours, just because there was a lot of brackets that I didn't realize needed to be removed. So yeah, this was definitely not very fun, but I'm hoping that new harness will solve the issue in the truck. We can finally get it to run so I can enjoy that truck. There are a couple of connections on that harness that's gonna get replaced with my old harness. For example, my old, this one's broken too.
So we'll pick the better of the two.
All right.
Or if there's a plug that's identical to it,
Yeah.
just different color wires, we can still use that.
All right.
I'll just match up the positive versus negative.
Okay. So, was this the old one or that? Oh, the clip on this is. Oh, the clip on this is good.
Okay.
Just this one's broken.
So the black one's broken.
Yeah.
This one's real messed up.
Is it?
It's a 3-pin.
But this one, we're definitely going to use mine because the gray one's pretty broken on that one. And there's a couple of plugs over there where it's like rubbed through. So we're going to solder everything closed. And he should go over that. Just to recap, this harness has been pretty much redone. Any kind of connectors we saw, we swapped out with the good ones from my old harness. And any kind of chafing or rubbing, we cut it and swapped out the plug with the old harness. So this should be perfect. I mean, I spent a lot of time wrapping the Tessa tape. This is like heat resistant tape. This is the brand, this is the type. If you are interested in getting some, I will put the link in the comments below and I will pin that for you. But as always, I usually put all the materials that I buy in the description below as well. So all you have to do is click on that link. It'll take you directly to Amazon and you can order it. You can get it in about 2 to 3 days. But this is that's what I use to wrap the whole harness. I want to say, fingers crossed, we should be pretty good. It is the next day. Man, LLY is filthy. I really want to wash the truck and start driving it again. But I went ahead and put the new engine harness, connected everything, made sure everything was good. Only thing I need to go over is I just got to go over and re-tighten some of these clamps over there. But everything is good. Let's go ahead and start this truck and see if it resolved the issue. And before we start the truck, let me see if the edge will turn on in case. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set the fuel pressure, desired fuel pressure, and the actual fuel pressure, and see if there's any kind of discrepancy. And I'm only doing this now before I crank it up because in case if the harness didn't fix it, the truck's gonna shut off. So let's go. We'll change this to desire fuel pressure. Change the vane position opening. We're gonna change the turbo vane position 1 to, it is fuel rail pressure. Exit menu. I don't know if y'all can see any of that. It's so bright. So the check engine light is still there. Oh, wait. Did we fix it? Did we fix it? But the check engine light is still there. Let's go ahead and see. No way. No freaking way. Oh, spoke too soon, y'all. Read DTC. Same exact codes. Exact same codes. Which leads me to believe that it's the motherfuckum. Yeah, because the fuel pressure, desired fuel pressure, and the fuel pressure actually being delivered is the same. So we know we can pretty much rule out the CP3 pump or fuel pressure regulator. Yeah. Yep, it's got to be the fickum. Maybe we'll check the injector balance rate. I haven't done that. Definitely can't be good, I don't think. Huh, truck can't even read it. Go back. I wonder if it's a bad ground. So it's this thing right here. I wonder if it's a bad ground somewhere. Couldn't tell you. Can't tell you where this goes. I may have to take that out, and at this point I'm honestly not even sure what to troubleshoot in terms of with the fickum. My best bet is sending it off. I've been doing some reading. There's a guy out there, or there's a company out there that'll refurbish, fix these for about 300 bucks. That might be my best bet, unless if there's any of you guys out there that has a spare one that I could possibly have, or buy one for cheaper. That would be ideal, just because I'm not 100% sure if it is the fickum. I don't even really know anybody around here that has an LLY that I could even really swap out to test and see if it really is that module. That is it. I mean, at least we're getting one step closer, and we know for sure that the harness isn't it. I am glad I swapped out the harness, because I would have been chasing all over that harness. We've concluded today that it's not the harness. So had I not known that, I would have been chasing all over that harness for forever and would have never found anything. So we're getting one step closer. I am so ready to get this truck running, because this is how I've been driving my black truck around. No headlights. I am getting headlights back tomorrow, and on the upcoming video I am going to be painting the fender flares, so keep on the lookout for that. But the truck's gonna look completely different once I get the headlights and paint the fender flares and put the Boostautoparts smoked flare lens. But yeah, we definitely need to get this old girl back up and running, so that way this can be like the parts vehicle or just a reliable daily driver. And real quick, show season is coming up. I know you guys are all prepping for Daytona and really all the other show seasons throughout the summer. So make sure to head over to jwmotorsportsco.com and get your rock lights. Also, don't forget, every hat that you purchase will have some sort of discount code, 5% to 50%. for our quad roll wheel lights or rock lights. So if you aren't sure about buying some rock lights yet, but you just want to buy some hats first, then there you go. That's a win-win situation. You get a cool hat and you get some sort of discount code. Head over to jwmotorsportsco.com and get your hat / rock lights / wheel lights right now. That is it for this video. Troubleshooting continues for the LLY. I'm going to be sending the FICM off and have somebody rebuild it. That is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if any of you guys had ever had an issue with your FICM or had similar issues as what I'm running into. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.